platform. So now I'll give you the game pin in the chat box so that you can join the game and enjoy. Now let me give you the game pin. I have given you all the game pin in the chat box. Now you can use the game pin to enter into the game. If you don't know how to log in into the game, let me tell you. You have to go to the Google and type kahoot.it so that you get a results as enter the game pin, and so that you can enter the game pin, and next you have to give the your number, your name, and you have to enter into the game. We have got 5 participants, that is Jitu, Sunny, Nandini, Lali, Sweetie, and PKM. I welcome you all to the OBORRA Academy. We at OBORRA Academy believe in group learning. Do you know something? To learn, we must read, but to understand, we must participate. Yes, my dear friends, we must participate. Whether it is school, home, or anywhere, it doesn't matter. So, to encourage participation, here in YouTube live streaming using Kahoot platform, we have come together to learn various skills, which is a great beginning to enhance our skills. We should continue this learning for regular progress, and working together brings us success. In today's world, communication and problem solving skills play a vital role to grab the opportunities. Let's improve our abilities to problem solving skills using these exercises. Consistent practice will increase our verbal, non-verbal, logical reasoning skills. So now I think we have got some other players, that is Ram, Preeti, Padmavati, Gayatri, BS. Let's wait for some more. I think we have a good number of participants. Now let's move on to the game. Okay. We are so sorry, guys, for this issue. We will try to come up this issue from next time. So let's start the fresh game, and I have given you the game pin again. I want you all to join as fast as possible so that we can enjoy the game. Come on, guys, I still want a few number of players. I think we have a good number of players, so let's get started with the game without wasting time. And the first question is wall, clay, house, room, bricks. You have to arrange the words given below in a meaningful sequence. That means you have to make a sentence of all these words so that it makes sense. The hint is to construct a house, what is the basic element we need? You are having a plenty of time to answer this question and it's not the tough one. We have reduced the time from 120 seconds to 19 seconds as I think everyone have been answering so fast in all these days. So now let's continue the same thing. You are having 10 more seconds. Come on, you can do it, guys. 3, 2, 1. And we have got 10 answers from which only 2 are correct. It's okay. Okay, no problem. You can try in the next one. Now let me tell you what is the actual sequence. That is the clay, and then the bricks, and then the wall, and then the room, and totally comes the house. Now let's check the scoreboard. Funny is in the first position, and BB in the second, and Preeti in the third, and Gayatri in the fourth. Now let's move on to the next one. Proposition, interview, selection, appointment, advertisement, application. It is same as the previous one. You have to arrange these words in a meaningful sequence. The hint is to join a company, what is the sequence? I repeat, for joining a company, what is the sequence? You are having 15 more seconds. It's not about winning, but the participation. You are having 3 more seconds and your time up. We have got the 11 answers from which only 7 are correct. Now let me tell you the sequence of these words. Advertisement, and then the application, and then the your application will go to the some authority, and they will conduct an interview for you, and the selection of for you will be done, and you will be given a appointment and then probation. So the correct answer is yellow. Now let's go on to the scoreboard. BB is in the first, and Funny in the second, and Sunny in the third, and Nandini in the fourth. I congratulate you all. Keep up the same. Now let's move on to the next question. Elephant, cat, mosquito, tiger, whale. The hint is all these are related with their size. I repeat, all these are related with their size. Participation in itself has many benefits, like it can help you boost your confidence, challenge your challenge your inner self, that helps you know about you, realize your forgotten or present dreams, showcasing your talents, and most of all, being able to live completely to the fullest. You're having a plenty of time, guys. Think and answer it. It's not a tough one. It is good to see that everyone is participating and your time up, and I have got the answers. That is the correct answer is 7. So I have got 7 answers and the correct answer is blue. Now let me tell you the sequence of this. comes the mosquito, then the cat, and then the tiger, and then the elephant, and then the whale. So the correct sequence is blue. Now let's check the scoreboard. BB is still in the first position and Funny have come to the second and Sweetie and Lally have come up. I congratulate you all. Now let's move on to the next question. And the question is yarn, plant, sari, cotton, cloth. The hint is what is the sequence to get a final product sari? That is, you have to find out the sequence to get a final product sari. Let me tell you the options that is plant, cotton, cloth, yarn, sari. And the next one is yarn, plant, cotton. I have got 12 answers, so now let me guess like what's the correct answer. To get the final product sari, the sequence is from a plant we get cotton and from cotton we get yarn and from yarn we get a cloth. So we make sari from the cloth. So now let's move on to the scoreboard. BB is still in the first and Funny in the second. Preeti and Gayatri are the next. Now let's move on to the next question. Infant, adult, old, adolescent, child. What is the sequence of this? I think no hint is required to solve this question as it is very easy and you have a plenty of time to think and answer. Infant, old, adult, adolescent, and child. What is the sequence that you have to make the meaningful sentence? Having 5 more seconds, and I have got 6 correct answers and 5 wrong answers. No problem, you can try in the next one. Now let's move on to the scoreboard. Still, BB is in the first, and Funny in the second, and Gayatri in the third. Now, next question. Leaves, branch, flower, tree, fruit. The hint is what is the sequence to get the final output fruit? I repeat, what is the sequence to get the final output fruit? You are having five words to make a meaningful sentence that is leaves, branch, flower, tree, and fruit. I want you all to guess the correct answer, and you are having a plenty of time with you all. You are left with 10 more seconds. I have got 10 correct answers and one wrong answer. No problem, you can do in the next one. Now let's move on. Now let me tell you what is the correct sequence. That is the tree, branch, and leaves, and then the flower, and then the final output is fruit. Now let's check the scoreboard. Still, Vivi is in the first, and Funny in the second, and Gayatri in the third. Now let's move on to the next question. Tree, seed, flower, fruits, plants. What is the sequence to make a meaningful sentence among these words? Here also the final product is fruit as the previous question. You have to make a meaningful sentence out of these words, that is tree, seed, flowers, fruit, plants. 40 more seconds. You all are having a plenty of time to answer it. Come on, friends. It's very easy question. Everyone can answer it. Don't give up, right? I have got 8 correct answers and 3 wrong answers. No problem, you can't. If you get the wrong answer, you can try with the next one. Please don't give up. And the correct order is seed, plant, tree, fruits, and the finally fruit. Now let's move on to the next question. I can see Vivi still in the first and Funny in the second. Funny is trying hard to beat BB, but he is not able to. Now let's move on to the next question. Adult, child, infant, boy, adolescent. I think you have come across this question before, so it's not a tough one to answer this. Answer this. Come on, friends, you can try it. It's not a tough one, and you are left with a plenty of time. got all the answers. That is, the correct answer is green, and I've got 8 correct answers and 3 wrong answers. No problem, you can try in the next one. And the correct sequence is infant, child, boy, adolescent, and then the adult. Now let's check the scoreboard. Now Gayatri has come up, and Preeti and Nagaraju also have come up, and BB is still in the first. And the next question is protect, pressure, relief, pain, flood. Arrange these words in a sequence so that they make a meaningful sentence. It is related to the weather conditions and the consequences of the weather conditions. You are left with 30 more seconds. It's not a tough one, everyone can answer it, and if you don't get a correct answer, no problem, you can try in the next session. This is a learning stage for all of us. If you get the wrong one, no problem. We can learn and practice and get good results in the coming up. So, now I have got 4 correct answers and 4 and 7 wrong answers. Let me tell you the correct sequence of this. That is, the pressure leads to the rain, and increase in the rain leads to the flood, and flood leads to the protect, and protect leads to the relief. Now let's move on to the scoreboard. BB is still in the first, and Gayatri in the second, and Sweetie in the third. Now let's check the another question. Presentation, recommendation, arrival, discussion, and introduction. You have to arrange all these words in a sequence so that they make a meaningful sentence. And the options are presentation, recommendation, arrival, discussion, introduction. The hint is it is something related to your work of office. It's not an easy one, and I have got 5 answers, and you are left with more time. I have got 5 correct answers and 6 wrong answers. No problem, you can try in the next one. Let me tell you the correct sequence now. That is the arrival, and then the introduction, and then the presentation, and then the discussion and recommendation. Now let's move on to the next question. Before that, let us check the scoreboard. BB is still in the first, and Gayatri in the second, and Preeti in the third, and Nagaraju in the fourth. Now let's move on to the next question. Income, status, education, well-being, and job. Arrange all these words so that they make a meaningful sentence. The hint is if we all study well, what is the outcome? I repeat, if we all study well, what is the outcome? And you are left with a plenty of time. You can answer this. It's not a tough one. 25 more seconds. Come on, guys, you can answer it. It's not a tough one. I want everyone to think and answer this question. Not only this question, all the questions. And it's time up, and I have got 7 correct answers and 2 wrong answers. No problem, you can try with the next one. Now, let me tell you the correct sequence. That is the education. If you have a good education, you'll get a good job, and if you have a good job, you'll get a good income, and from the income you'll get the status, and from the status you'll get the well-being. Now let's move on to the next question. BB is still in the first, and Gayatri in the second, and Preeti in the third, and Nagaraju in the fourth. Now let's move on to the next question. That is the heel, shoulder, skull, neck, knee, chest, thigh, stomach, face, hand. These all words are related to our own body. You have to arrange all these words in a sequence so that they make a meaning. You all are having a plenty of time, and it's a complex one. So we have given you more seconds. Now let's wait and see how many of you will get the correct answers. You're having a more seconds, that is, you're having 20 more seconds. Come on, guys, you can answer it, and you are having the 15 more seconds. And if you get a wrong answer, that's not at all an issue. You are just learning, it's just a learning phase. You can get the correct answers in the coming up sessions. We have got 9 correct answers, and I applaud you all. And we have got 2 wrong answers. No problem, you can try in the next one. Now let's move on to the scoreboard. BB is still in the first, and Gayatri in the second, and Preeti in the third, and fourth is the Nagaraju. And now let's check the next question. Rainbow, rain, sun, happy, child. Arrange all these words to make a meaningful sentence. You all are having a plenty of time. Think and answer it. Here the hint is when will the child will feel happy? You are having 30 more seconds to answer this question and it's an easy one. You all can answer it. You are having 5 more seconds. Come on guys, you can answer it. I have got 8 correct answers, only one wrong. I appreciate you all. And I'm feeling happy that you all are participating. Now let's check the scoreboard. Still, BBB is in the first, and Gayatri in the second, and Preeti in the third, and Nagaraju in the fourth. I think the scoreboard is the same from a long time. No one is beating BB. Now let's check the next question. Never, sometimes, generally, seldom, and always. Arrange all these words in a sequence to make a meaningful sentence. The hint is you have to arrange all these words in a sequence of their meaning. Each word has a different meaning and you have to arrange all of them in a sequence. You are having 5 more seconds. And I have got 7 correct answers. So, and the correct sequence is never, always, sometimes, generally, seldom, and never. Now let's move on to the next question. And still BB is in the first and Gayatri in the second and Preeti in the third and Nagaraju in the fourth. Now let's move on to the next question. This is the last question of this session. That is the index, contents, title, chapters, introduction. The hint is what is the sequence to form a index? I repeat, what is the sequence to form an index? And you're left with a plenty of time and I've got still 6 answers and waiting for some more. You are left with 5 more seconds. Come on, guys, this is the last question of this session. I have got only 3 correct answers. So now let's me tell you the correct sequence, that is the title, content, introduction, chapters, and then the index. Now let's check the podium. Third comes the Preeti, and then the Gayatri, and then the first is BB. I congratulate you all and thank you for participating. And the runner-ups are Nagaraju and it is very good to see that all of you are participating very enthusiastically in our reasoning skills. To continue this, I hope you all will continue this. Every day we will have the various quiz on various topics such as the verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, and the logical reasoning. Today we have finished the verbal reasoning. Tomorrow we'll come up with the another reasoning session, and I want you all to be stay tuned to this sessions. And if you are new to our channel, please subscribe and like and share. Thank you all.